So we're out again today, and we're at a different part of the Boy Scout camp that I found on the maps that is actually no picnic tables. The trails are kind of hidden. I don't have a picnic table to put everything on, but you can see the old fireplaces. I don't know how long. I don't see any water running to these either. But today we're going to look at the Triple Score Pro Pack, everything that comes with it, and we will go through a demo of each one of the settings. Some I'll be able to demo here. Some I'll go to Future Iffy and show you an example probably of the bottle cap reject, which I might have a rusty bottle cap in there, and how that works on deep iron as well. I have some of that buried at home. And unmasking we'll do. We'll go to Future Iffy and look at a couple of blocks. So Pro Pack comes with the stock LG 30 coil, which everyone is familiar with. It comes with headphones, same headphones that come with the Legend. Legend style aptX headphones, and the Triple Score with the small coil. What number is this coil? I don't even know. SC24. That's what we're going to use today because we're in the woods, and we'll fire it up and then look at each setting, and then we're going to go around here and see what we can find. This is an amazing deal right now, $479. The hobby is out of control with the prices of these machines right now. This is another perfect example. I'm going to say the same thing I said a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why you would need anything more than this. Unless you adjust tone bins. Oh, there is water coming in here. Unless you adjust tone bins and volume by tone bin, this is everything that you're going to need. Another question that came up is this comes up a lot too. What frequency band, nothing on it. What frequency band do these machines run at? So this is going to be the same frequency band, multi-spectrum as the Legend and as the scores before it, the Score 1 and the Score 2. They all use the same multi-band. This one has M1, M2, M3. That's the same with the Elite that just came out. That's running the same multi-IQ spectrum as the Equinox 600, 700, 800, 900. Okay, all these machines that are coming out now are just better price for the machine you get, right? The competition back and forth with some less options. So you go to Score 1, it's got less options. Score 2, missing some tone options. And then everything that I was providing pushback on between Score and Double Score with tone features and iron volume, and they didn't want to do it at the time, is now available to us in the Triple Score. So great. I mean, $479 for 2 coils, headphones, carbon fiber, everything here is pretty incredible. So let's fire it up and we'll go through features one at a time and the menu layout. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to turn it on by holding the power button down. It's going to come on for you. And then whether you are stable right now or not, it's best to do a noise cancel because I have my cell phone with me. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's not chattering, but there might be some EMI behind the scenes. And you do a noise cancel right from the main screen anytime by holding down this button right here on the right. It's going to go through and look for the quietest channel. If you're in a high EMI spot and it doesn't settle in a quiet channel, you can repeat this process until it does. All right. After that, the first one, when you go into settings, so back to the home screen, just tap settings. But when you first hit settings, you have ground balance. Now, when you're doing this, you want to find a quiet area. Some of the woods I hunt in are very chattery. You also want to be on G. So eliminate the ground, but still let all the iron and tone in before you ground balance. All right, so really noisy, but I found a quiet spot right here. That's pretty quiet. And what you're going to do is hold pinpoint and pump the button and pump the coil. And you can see it's really quiet right there. Now watch what happens when I ground balance over a noisy area. It's starting to jump up, right? Something's wrong there. You want to make sure, so this would impact your hunt. You want to make sure you're over a nice quiet area and then pump the coil. And it's settled back on 5. Hit the settings button and you're good to go. So another feature that's in the triple score when it comes to ground balance is auto tracking. And you can actually put this on without really realizing it. So you have to watch for the icon. If you're in ground balance and you go to pump your coil and you don't hold it down long enough and just tap it, you'll add tracking on. Now when tracking's on, it's going to be always searching your ground. All right, you're going to see this thing jumping around, and this is tracking my ground all the time as I hunt. I don't use tracking, but a lot of people like it, especially beach hunters, or if you're in heavy mineralized soil in some sections and you want this always monitoring your hunt, you can put on tracking. To turn it off, just tap the pinpoint and it'll go off, and then you can ground balance again by pumping it. You can either manually adjust your ground balance, or you can just pump the coil again and just make sure that icon stays off and then back out. And so you'll see that icon even from the main screen, and you'll know tracking is on. Now you can adjust your sensitivity on the triple score the same way as you can the score and double score. From the hunting screen, you can just up and down with the positive, plus and minus buttons, and it will go right to 15 is your max, and you can go right down to 1. 1 if you were testing inside and you wanted to just get some IDs of coins, and obviously you want to try and hunt where this machine will be stable, so you can max this out before you do a noise cancel. And if you are getting feedback, you can lower it down a couple, and this will impact depth. Out here right now, we're pretty stable, a little chattery. I'll drop it down, we'll stay at 13, and then just hit settings or wait for it to time out and it'll go back. You could just tap settings and it'll go right back. So from ground balance, the next one over is recovery speed. So this has 5 levels of recovery speed. Now, when you adjust recovery speed, the lower you are, the deeper that you're going to go, but less separation. Okay, so that's going to hurt you when it comes to unmasking and pulling targets right next to each other. I set up a quick example here of a pull tab, an old toe tap. That is a KG2. A Indian head penny, and a piece of silver that Park Rat Pat gave me years ago. So here's an example of recovery speed 1. Okay, we're going to be deeper, but we're not going to hear all those targets. We're swinging pretty slow. All right, let's bump this up. Let's go to max, and you'll see how fast it is. You hear that? Are we hearing 5? I'm pretty sure we are. Lightning fast. So the next icon over from recovery speed is, you see it's 2 nails with a coin in the middle. This is your iron filter, and the triple score has an iron filter and a bottle cap reject. Now this iron filter is great at low levels for unmasking, but you will get some crackling and popping more on nails, iron, especially ones with a nice head on them like this. Right, this is really old. You can see that big head on this. This will cause some falsing and popping on this. That might drive you a little crazy, but if your sight is cleaner or you want to deal with a little frustration, this is really going to help pull from the iron. So let me just show you a demo of it at 0. All right, a little noisy there. Now we go halfway up. It goes all the way to 9. We'll go to 5. Nice and silent. All right, but the trade-off is unmasking, and I'll show you a demo of that now. So we're going to take a look at the iron filter and how it impacts unmasking. So this is a level 5 test. If you follow the channel, you know that I have 4 blocks like this, 4 different levels, but I had to create a 5 as these machines keep getting better and better. Other updates that are coming for other machines as well as newer machines, they are unmasking better, so I had to create more difficult tests. So this level 5 block here, we have a recovery of 5 and no iron filter. I actually have the bottle cap reject at 8. So the bottle cap reject, which is going to help us knock out large iron, I have set to 8. And it's still going to find this coin with a nice ID of 32. All right, so bottle cap reject is not impacting us from hitting that. As I raise the iron filter here, there's 1, 2, 3, we're losing it. 4, and then 5, pretty much gone. So as we raise the iron filter, it will make for a more enjoyable hunt, less falsing and popping on iron nails, but you're going to impact unmasking. So next we have our speaker volume. So at 0, the machine is completely silent. As you raise this up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 levels of external speaker adjustment. So next we have our backlight. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of backlight that will stay on continuously. And then you have 5 levels of auto. And what these auto do, it's just a difference in brightness, but what it will do when you click out is it'll turn off after a few seconds and then turn back on when you have a signal or when you press a button. So this will time out, and then when you go over a target, it'll turn back on. So the next setting over is your Bluetooth setting. Your headphones will come paired with your triple score. To turn them off, you can go to 0, and now it'll just be through your speaker. Turn them on with the 1, and it'll search for the headphones. And then 2 is really made for once they connect. It's connecting right now, and it says LL. Once they connect, you can actually go to 2, a feature that's on the Legend as well, and you can hear it through both your headphones and the external speaker, which is great for making videos or letting other people that are with you listen to a target that's in the ground, and then to go back to 1, so it's completely on the fly, which is a great feature to have. Now, say you are in 1 and you would like to connect some aptX, which is highly recommended. If you don't go with aptX and try and pair regular Bluetooth headphones, you're not going to see that LL. So that LL means that the triple score found low latency headphones, and there's going to be minimal to no lag between the target and your ears through the headphones. If you want to cancel this out so you can pair a new set, all you do is go to 1 and hold down the pinpoint button until it's complete. It says factory default there. And now you can see my headphones disconnected. So I'd have to put this back into pairing mode, go to 1, and it's going to start searching. Turn off these headphones. In the case with the NOKTA headphones, when you turn them off and turn them back on, they automatically start searching. So not like other headphones where you have to put them into pairing mode. The headphones that come with the triple score, just like the Legend, and these work on all of NOKTA's machines that use Bluetooth, will automatically start searching. So the next icon over is ground suppression. Now it's recommended to leave this off, and I never have to mess with this here in the United States, but where you're at, you may have perfectly clean ground and get signals just from the ground, and ground suppression can help with that. And it has levels 0 through 8. It's not something I have to use here in Rhode Island, New England of the United States, but in some areas the ground can make false signals, and you can adjust that from here. Now don't get confused with this icon, because this icon is also used in relic mode, but it's an audio gain in relic mode, and we'll look at that as well. So the next setting over, which looks like a little man, that is your user profile. So you can see I have 1F saved, and then 2E, 2E, and 3E. Now, the triple score is going to save your settings anyway for next time that you turn it on. But if you would like to create different settings in each one of these and be able to switch to them easily instead of having to manipulate the machine again, you can go to the open setting. So 2E means empty, and so this one's full, 1F is full, 2E is empty. And then if I want to save these settings for the future, I just hold pinpoint, let it spin. If you let go, it'll stay empty. You got to let it finish spinning. And now 2F are the settings that I have in this machine. Whenever I'm in 2F now, any changes I make will save to that. To erase it, same thing, hold it down until it comes back to E, and they're gone. Now I can easily go back to 1F that I had just from the home screen by scrolling over, going to my little dude right there, and going back to 1F, and then I'm ready to go. Just hit settings and back out. The next setting over that looks like a horseshoe with a nail going through it is your custom notch feature. And you're going to use plus and minus and the pinpoint button to adjust this. This is a popular feature for coin hunters or people who are cherry picking silver, getting some exercise and only digging those high tones. The way that you do that is just by hitting the pinpoint button, and that will kick out the notch or let it back in. Each line here is 2 VDI segments, so we can just hit plus and minus, plus to knock it out, minus to go back. If I wanted to just let in 10, I could do that. I can remove it. Now the best thing to do when you're playing with this first is to lower your sensitivity all the way so it doesn't stop bouncing around on you and pick up targets. See, if I get close to these, while I'm in there, oh, I just lost my toe tap. While I'm in there, it will bounce around. So be outside, be somewhere where you lower the sensitivity all the way down, and it's not going to be popping up VDI numbers on your screen, which will allow you to do this comfortably. Now, when I do this also, this is going to save to the custom profile. So say I go in and I take out 16, 18, and 20. When I back out now, it's going to save that as my custom program. So if I change this and go to all metal, it still shows all metal. Ground is just eliminating the ground noise. Ferrous is still ferrous, and my custom will be whatever I created there. So the next icon over after your notch is a plus arrow, and it brings you to a second bar of settings. Really nice layout here. Some of these newer machines, they can be complex and intimidating. You know, the Legend is one of them. There are a lot of settings built into the Legend, and getting to some of them is like playing, you know, the 80s Contra to get 30 lives. It's like up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. This, you just hit up and it takes you to your number of tones, which we have now in the triple score. That was, you know, a gripe that I had and feedback that I provided to NOKTA was like, where are our settings? And they kept saying, no, no, no. Maybe that's because they knew they were coming out with a triple score, or maybe they wanted a gap with the in between the Legend. But it's in the triple score, right? For $479, we're getting 1 tone, 2 tone, 3 tone, 4 tone, 6 tone, 60 tone, and pitch. So every setting that is available for tones is in this machine. For relic hunting, I like 2 tones or pitch, and they're both in the triple score, which is great. All right, so the next setting over, you see a speaker and 2 nails. That's your iron volume. So the triple score has an iron volume. You can hear the difference here with some iron that's in the ground. And I'll continue to lower it so you can hear the difference. So it's pretty much going now. Now that's not making a big difference here, but it'll make a big difference in your headphones for sure. So that's how you adjust iron volume. The next setting over from there is your iron tone bin. This allows you to add more targets to your iron tone bin. Maybe you want to raise it up a little for different size nails that are coming in with a low VDI, or maybe you would like to raise it up above foil to create this, but you still want to hear it. You don't want to notch. You can do that with this setting right here, which lets you increase your first tone bin to however much that you would like. And to do that, I'll show you a quick example. We'll look at pull tabs here and see what they give us. 28. All right, so let's go back into that. I like this feature as well, that it remembers that I was on the second bar, so it shoots right over to that. All right, and then when I hit up, it goes right back to where I was before. So we're going to use plus, and we'll go to, say, 30, and now this will give us an iron tone. We're able to raise this as much as we would like. Not that you would ever would, and maybe you're cherry picking silver and you still want to hear everything in it. You can drop that iron volume to a low level and still hear everything above it. But you're able to even put all of these targets that I have out into that iron tone bin. All right, so great feature there. That's letting you manipulate where your iron range is at. Really good to see that it's in the triple score. And I know that, say you're a park hunter and you want to put everything above foil in, this would really help you as well. Or you could just notch it out, but cool feature to have. So next icon over is your threshold. That's it's a background hum. While you're detecting, you'll hear a background hum in your ears. Some users really like that. It has 30 levels of threshold. And out here with just the speaker, just like the tones, you're not going to hear that much of a difference, but you'll definitely hear it through the headphones. So we'll start increasing that. All right, and there's our max threshold. So after threshold, we have our bottle cap reject, and that goes up to level 8. So bottle cap reject on every machine that I've tested really works for a large iron too. I like that the triple score kept that separated, so you have an iron filter on the triple score and a bottle cap reject. What I notice is that iron filter, raising that will have more impact on unmasking than leaving an iron filter of 0 and raising the bottle cap reject to ignore rusty bottle caps, but as well as large iron. So I'll show you a demo of that as well. So I have my iron filter at 0 right now, and we're going to show bottle cap reject. So bottle cap reject is going to help with rusty bottle caps, but also large iron. So this is a deep iron sidestep in the ground, and you can see at bottle cap 0, reject 0, we have a nice 2122 non-ferrous tone. All right, let's go over to bottle cap reject and just implement a little bit of it. That's 0, here's 1. All right, so there's 2. We're already breaking up this deep iron to take it out of the equation, but we haven't messed with iron filter. So our iron filter is for nails, and our bottle cap reject is obviously for rusty bottle caps, but will also help with identifying deep iron, which is a great feature, and I'm glad it's separated. Next icon over, that's your vibration. So the triple score offers vibration in the handle, just like the score and double score. As you raise it, you'll notice your handle increase in vibration, but you will not notice it on a target until you back out of the menu. Once you back out, you'll feel it. All right, over from that, we have our flashlight. So flashlight is either on or off. 0 is off, and 1 is on, and you'll be able to see that, so that'll greatly help you hunting at night. All right, so let's take a look at frequencies now. So in park and field, you have M1, M2, M3, and then single frequencies of 4, 15, and 20. So M1, that's going to be weighted. Each one of these multi-frequencies is weighted in a frequency range. So M1 is made for deep silver, deep high conductors. M2 is more for low conductors. And M3 is a balance that they created to help with aluminum foil and conductive soils. So if you are on a site and you're dealing with a lot of aluminum foil, try M3, you might really like it. If your ground is poppy, it's crackling, you can't fix it with the ground balance, try M3, and that might help you there as well. Now, single frequencies. I just stay in multi. It works for me here. Relic hunting, M2 is the way I go because it really helps pull from the iron. But if you're looking for deep, large targets, 4 kilohertz may be the way to go. You may not be able to use that everywhere as it's more subjective to EMI, but 4 is really good. Now 15 and 20 that they offer you in singles. 15 is a great all-around. Machines in the past, single frequency machines, a lot of them just ran on 15 kilohertz. And 20 will be a good frequency for finding some small gold, definitely not as good as, say, the Legend that offers 40 kilohertz as a single, but 20 will help finding some small gold as well. The lower you go in conductivity, the higher your frequency that you need. So there's a look at park and field. Will offer M1, M2, M3, and those single frequencies that we just looked at. Now, when we go over to beach, beach is locked. That's it, multi. You cannot change it. They have this set up for dry beach and wet beach, and you have just the beach multi that they offer you there. Relic mode that's in the triple score offers you just multi as well. They have this balance for deep relics. Now, it only offers 1 tone, so it's not a program that I use. I do see online that people are liking the beast mode of the Legend. That's what's in the triple score now in this relic mode. I'll show you a quick example of how this works, but you also lose tone options in this mode as well. You see the plus arrow in our top bar? We don't have any tone options in this. It's more of a gold style audio, gold program style audio that we're listening to here with relic mode, and it's just it's a pitch tone. So let's take a look at that over some of these targets. So that's what we have with this. Now, when we go down to the previous menu, you're going to see for that icon I was mentioning earlier, that's audio gain. So there is a boost in this relic mode as well that's going to give you a louder tone on the deeper targets and faint on the deeper targets. This is all going to be user preference here. It depends on the site that you're hunting, and if there's deep iron that's blowing your ears off, you may want to adjust the audio gain. So I'll let you hear the difference of this. This is 1, and we'll just go to a max of 5. Oh, 6. Another feature that is not doing its due diligence here through the external speaker, but you'll definitely hear it through your headphones. All right, let's take a look at iron reject in this Relic program because it's a different scale. So in park and field, for instance, you have an iron filter, and even at its lowest setting, you are still knocking out little nails and things like that. With iron reject, it's letting you let everything in. It's for relic hunting. At 5, you'll still get an iron tone, but at 0, it opens this machine completely up. Now, where would you use this? You'd use this on a site where you want to pull everything through because it is going to be sounding off non-ferrous tones on even the iron. So you want to clean a site out, or maybe you want to dig those old horseshoes and ox shoes and find the old colonial farm equipment, tools like that. That's where your 0 would come into play, and it's really going to sing on even nails. But if you're just looking for, you want to stick with Relic program because you're comfortable with the way they weighted the frequency, you can go up to a high level of 5 and knock that out, and it'll still pull through your non-ferrous. All right, so let's take a look at the screen, and then we'll show an example of pinpoint. So on the left, you have your sensitivity. All right, you'll see those bars increase as you go up and down. And then on the right, you see your 5 bars there, and that is your depth indicator. This is based on a coin size object though. If I go over this Indian head penny, you can see 3 of them light up. And as I get higher, you can see them all light up. Like I said, coin-based target though, you may have an aluminum can in the ground that's down a foot and you only see 1 bar. You know, you're going to be digging forever. So just keep that in mind, that your depth indicator on most machines are based on coin size objects. Now, pinpointer on this SC24, it is like a laser beam right in the middle of the target. So to do that, if you accidentally hit this button once, you're going to cycle through ferrous, custom, all metal, ground. So what you got to do is you got to hold it down over the target, and then it's going to pinpoint right to the center of this coil. As I back away, you'll see it drop off. So pinpointer is right in the center line of this SC24. So we got a nice target right here, locking in 44, 45. That is a dime. 33, 34. Iron all around it. Here it is, penny. All right, so feedback on the triple score. I think everyone knows that I would be happy with the performance of it because I was happy with the performance of the double score, but I was a little bit of a pain to Delic for the lack of features, not knowing that a triple score would be out. So I was kind of, you know, pushing them a little bit, probably pissing her off about the lack of features in the double score, but they're all in the triple score. So the 2 important ones for me are the tone options and the iron filter. The iron filter is in the double score, but they separated it and gave us a bottle cap filter. That's huge for people who want to run a low iron filter but dig less big iron. You can adjust that bottle cap a little higher and still have good unmasking performance. So I think it's a great time to be in the hobby. This thing is $479 with 2 coils and headphones. Can't fault it. This is a great machine with the options that I'd say 90% of people have. The Legend, their flagship, they kept the volume by tone bin and the ability to adjust tone bins to different IDs. I don't use either. So to me, this has everything that I asked for out of the double and the score and the double score. So now it's just like a small step below the Legend, to me, with a better menu layout than the Legend as well. And I do like the light up soft touch keypad that this has, full carbon fiber, 479 bucks. It's a crazy time to be in the hobby. These companies battling right now, we're getting more and more features for a lot less money. So everyone, there's a look at the triple score and menu layout. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and we'll see you on the next one.